How can we do it? What are the mechanisms that we have available? What are the tools, essentially? So pulp swaps and options have been around for nearly 20 years. Most of the activities have been bilateral between buyers and sellers, normally with a third party, typically a bank in between, up until today. Very rarely have there been speculators in the market, like there are in the other commodities, like oil, whatever. Typically, they are set, they're tied to an industry benchmark. So in Europe, it's NBSK and it's BHKP, for us that we typically use, and the others mentioned there. And you would settle them on a monthly basis in cash. So you would take a position for a period of time, you would have a monthly volume, and then there would be cash that changes hand at the end of each month, typically, for however many months you have entered into the contract. Now, until recently, as I mentioned, most of these have been between a buyer and a seller, but with a third-party bank in between. In the past, some of the banks used to take exposure on their own balance sheet to try and create liquidity in the market. That is happening less and less so. Normally, if a bank provides you with a derivative, they've got somebody behind them who's on the other side. Up until a couple of years ago, we never had an option to trade on an exchange. Now we have NOREXECO. NOREXECO is essentially a market that we can trade futures and derivatives for pulp. We use it, and many others use it, but not enough. The liquidity is not what it should be. So typical transaction size is normally between 500 and 3,000 tons a month, and anything from even 3, 6, 24 months. Now, you might think 3,000 tons is not a lot, but per annum, say 30, 36,000 tons if you take one contract, and the forward price goes up $100, $150. That's a significant amount of money for any